In the quiet swamps and coastal marshes of the United States, fishermen set out each season in search of a resource so valuable they call it green gold. Blue crab harvesting is a high-stakes operation where timing, weather, and water conditions can determine the success of an entire year. 1 week of perfect tides can generate extraordinary profit, but only for crews skilled enough to navigate shifting currents, brutal heat, and long hours on the water. This isn't a leisurely catch. It's a strategic campaign where every trap dropped is a calculated investment. Blue crabs thrive in the brackish mix of freshwater and saltwater found in bays and estuaries. Their bright blue claws, rapid growth cycle, the ability to reproduce by the millions, make them one of the most abundant and economically important species in American waters. Hidden beneath muddy bottoms, they molt more than 20 times before reaching maturity, constantly growing and strengthening their shell. Their meat sweet, firm, and versatile fuels strong demand across international markets such as Japan, Korea, and Europe. Prices rise sharply during peak season, and a single jumbo blue crab can approach a full pound. When harvests reach tens of thousands per week, the economic return becomes massive, solidifying blue crabs as true green gold of coastal America. Blue crab harvesting today runs like a coordinated field operation rather than a simple fishing trip. Medium-sized vessels push into brackish coastal waters carrying hundreds of steel traps, each one mapped to a precise location based on current speed, salinity levels, and wind direction. Before sunrise, crews finalize their plan: where to drop traps, how long to soak them, and which routes will maximize efficiency. Every trap represents a strategic decision. Too shallow and the crabs won't gather. Too deep and the tide may sweep the cages off course. It's a tight balance of environmental knowledge and logistical execution. What used to be guesswork is now a system built on experience data and tight coordination, turning an unpredictable environment into a calculated opportunity. Long before the horizon brightens, the crew is already in motion. At 4 a.m., with mist still hanging over the water, engines rumble to life and the vessel pushes toward the day's first drop zone. There is no alarm clock out here, only the pressure of a short season and the urgency to move before tides shift. On deck, stacks of steel cages are inspected one last time. Bait is packed, ropes are coiled, and each crew member claims their position. The air is cool, but the work ahead is anything but gentle. Timing is everything. The earlier the traps go in, the better the chances of landing the day's highest yield. This is the quietest moment of the day, yet also the most critical. What happens over the next few hours will determine whether the harvest reaches its full potential or falls short. Once the vessel reaches the marked locations, the pace shifts instantly. Crew members move in sync, lowering steel traps into the murky water one after another. Each trap is baited, weighted, and released with practiced precision. The cages sink quickly, disappearing into the mud where blue crabs roam. Every drop is a calculated risk. Currents can drag traps off course, tides can bury them too deep, and shifting weather can erase hours of planning. But when everything aligns, the payoff is unmistakable. Fishermen describe the sound of crabs thrashing inside the cage as the closest thing to hearing money being made metal, clanging claws snapping a promise of profit rising from the water. Throughout the morning, hundreds of traps settle into place, marking the start of a high-stakes waiting game. Now it becomes a race to pull them up before tides turn and opportunities slip away. As soon as the first traps are hauled up, the real intensity begins. Cages hit the deck, shaking with movement. Blue crabs clattering against steel claws locked in constant motion. The crew works fast, emptying each trap and sorting the catch by size and quality. Jumbo crabs are separated immediately, while smaller ones move into secondary bins. The process must be quick. Blue crabs lose freshness rapidly, and heat on deck can degrade meat quality within minutes. Ice chests are kept open, ready to chill each batch as soon as it's sorted. Any delay reduces value. Every efficient motion preserves it. By midday, the deck becomes a constant cycle: pull, sort, chill, reset, repeated hundreds of times. It's exhausting work, but the faster the operation moves, the more of the harvest remains in premium condition. Once the vessel docks, the harvest transitions immediately into industrial precision. Crates of live chilled blue crabs are rushed to the processing facility, where the first step is a thorough wash. High-pressure water jets or rotating cleaning tanks remove mud, algae, and debris from every shell. Next, workers sort the crabs again by size and condition. To prevent damage during freezing and transport, each crab is tied securely at the claws. Then begins the most critical step: ultra-fast freezing. Specialized systems drop the temperature within minutes, locking in freshness, firmness, and color qualities demanded by international buyers. Finally, the crabs are packed. According to export requirements, vacuum-sealed bags, molded plastic trays, or insulated boxes. Labels include weight, production date, expiry information, and tracking codes to meet global traceability standards. Only after passing strict quality checks are they cleared for shipment to restaurants and markets around the world. Blue crab harvesting may look simple from a distance, but behind every pound of green gold is a system built on discipline, experience, and relentless physical effort. From dropping steel traps before sunrise to racing against heat and time, fishermen navigate a narrow window where precision determines profit. What begins in muddy coastal waters ends as a premium export product trusted in kitchens around the world. It's a journey shaped by the resilience of the crab and the determination of the people who harvest it, men and women who endure harsh tides, long hours, and unforgiving conditions to turn a week of opportunity into a year's worth of income. In the end, blue crab harvesting is more than a business. It's a test of strategy, endurance, and respect for the waters that make it possible. And for those who master the craft, the marshlands continue to offer one of the most rewarding catches in American coastal fishing.